Welcome to Fort Leavenworth, the oldest continuously active fort west of the Appalachian Mountains. The Buffalo Soldiers Monument. General Colin Powell dedicated this monument in 1992 to honor the African American soldiers who served in the 9th and 10th Cavalry Regiments. The 10th Cavalry was organized at Fort Leavenworth in 1866. Colonel Henry Leavenworth established Fort Leavenworth on May 8, 1827. The mission of the post was to protect the western frontier, to keep peace among the Native American tribes resettled into this area, and to provide escort on the newly opened Santa Fe Trail. Memorial Chapel is one of 3 chapels on Fort Leavenworth. It is used for Lutheran and Episcopal services. It has been serving the military family since late in 1878. USDB stands for United States Disciplinary Barracks. It was established in 1875, and it's the oldest penal institution in continuous operation in the federal system. Fort Leavenworth is home to one of the first national cemeteries established by Abraham Lincoln in 1862. There are more than 30,500 graves, representing every war since the War of 1812. 8 Medal of Honor recipients are buried here, including Thomas Custer, the first man to receive 2 Medals of Honor. The Command and General Staff College, more commonly referred to as the CGSC, is the Army's senior tactical school. Its beginnings trace back to the School of Application for Cavalry and Infantry, established here in 1881. The Lewis and Clark Center, dedicated in 2007, was named for the leaders of the Corps of Discovery. The Fort Leavenworth School District has been a part of the educational system of Kansas since 1901. It is the only Kansas school district wholly within the boundaries of a military reserve. Bradley Elementary School is named after Omar Nelson Bradley, General of the Army. He was known by his troops in World War II as the Soldiers' General because of his care of and compassion for those soldiers under his command. Eisenhower Elementary is named after Dwight D. Eisenhower, who was one of America's greatest military commanders and the 34th President of the United States. MacArthur Elementary is named after Douglas MacArthur, a larger-than-life, talented, controversial figure who went on to serve as Superintendent of West Point, Chief of Staff of the Army, and Field Marshal of the Philippines. Sherman, Sheridan, Grant, and Wagner Halls were built between 1859 and 1916. Sherman and Sheridan were originally used as ordnance storehouses. Officer and enlisted burial grounds were once in this area, however, the remains were moved to Fort Leavenworth National Cemetery. The cannon on the grass triangle in front of the bell tower is the oldest of the post's 4 French cannons. Lewis and Clark passed these bluffs during their expedition, using the Missouri River as their highway to the west. French cannons Venture and Voyager are 2 of the 4 such Revolutionary War-era artillery pieces on post. One of my favorite historical stops on our journey through Fort Leavenworth is Trails West. The cut in the hillside is one of the starting points of the Oregon and Santa Fe trails in Kansas. Large stone markers at the top and bottom of the hillside mark the trail the pioneers took nearly 200 years ago. If you walk up this small grade, you can still feel the bumps from all of the wagon wheels that went up and down this hill. I hope you have enjoyed our short overview of the Fort Leavenworth Post, including the USD 207 schools. If you are ever interested in exploring more, the Frontier Army Museum preserves and interprets artifacts that tell the history of the Frontier Army from 1804 to 1916 and Fort Leavenworth from 1827 to the present. Make sure to check it out.